What's up, everybody? It's your boy Phil Shocker, the 96 Hedgehog here with our Week 16 Boulder of WWC. If you guys are excited, but like you haven't already, subscribe. If you are new, join the Phil Shocker crew today because you'll be feeling with the king of the crew. And before we get into the team builder, guys, I do want to make a little announcement. We did make some trades in our last free agent move of the season until we can do more trades. We have traded away Aegis, and I know you're all going to get on my case for this. I know for a very strong fact you guys are going to get on my case for this. Because I said in the draft analysis that it was the only Pokemon I wasn't allowed to drop. If we want to be technical, I didn't say I would trade it though. But it's still the point right there. And I know I'm a liar, I'm a deceiver, but it wasn't planned like that. Okay, I was opening to see if anything on my team was a valuable in one, and then my buddy Jake here was saying H/ looking really nice for my side. You mind passing it over? And he was going to give me double in Urshifu Rapid Strike. Now, honestly, I wanted to drop Manaphy originally because Manaphy was just kind of looking at it, was just not doing what I really wanted to. There's going to be another league, however, where Manaphy can do what I wanted to if I can get it. Won't spoil that one, but so I decided to make the trade. So now we have Urshifu, Rapid Strike, and Dubwool for our trade over there. And the reason why I agreed to do the trade, it was mostly for Urshifu. I mean, yes, it's a secondary fighting type. Yes, it's technically my water type. It's not a bulky water. It's an offensive water. Offensive waters can put in the good work, and Jake has actually been proven to be a good person with Urshifu Rapid Strike, and I've been proven to be really good with it as well. I haven't gotten the chance to use it all that much, so I definitely wanted to try it out again. So it's definitely gonna be one of those mons I'm really looking forward to using again. And then we did do a double header right here. I made sure I asked Revan, but dropping two mons, or I guess multiple mons, for picking up one mon counts as transaction. So I guess I could have maybe also dropped Bear Tick and gotten something, but I guess it's over. It's already too late. We made the official. And we dropped double because I'm not using that thing. And I did drop Manaphy, and I picked up Metagross. Now, I was originally thinking Registeel, and a Registeel would have been fantastic. Rocker, it would have given me a massive defensive wall. But I felt like Registeel just didn't feel the kind of team I was going with here. Because my team just kind of screams offense. It does have some bulk to it that is really good, and I like the option of Registeel being able to go for, Iron Defense, Body Press, but then that gets so passive, and then there's the option of just burning it, which kind of just ruins the value. But I went with Metagross, and again, I understand it's a second ghost weakness. It's another dark weakness, but I think we handled dark types relatively fine. Ghost as well, we handled relatively fine. And plus, I feel like having something that had a great priority to go with the priority of, Cinderace's sucker punching, Metachan's bullet punching, gave us some good priority options along with sucker punch from Urshifu as well. So I feel like the priority game now is really good. Plus, it gives me a mon that just smacks up. It's a really good switch into fairy types. Again, there's also some pretty cool ideas that I've been noticing, maybe there's special Metagross and everything like that, or just Cosmic Power, something with Body Press, stuff like that. Just overall, I felt like it was a mon that I really wanted to try, and I think it's going to be good. Again, the team that we have for the rest of the season is Cinderace, Diggersby, Mega Medicham, Hydreigon, Urshifu, Rapid Strike, Alolan Muk, Alolan Ninetales, Metagross, Artisolt, Shaman, and Beartick. That's the rest of our season. No more unless a trade happens, which I'll let you guys know. But also, I felt like under Veil, Metagross can just be so dominant with a weakness policy set. Like, yeah, it's Will-O-Wisp bait burn with a lot of other things in my team, but there's not a lot of Will-O-Wispers in the game unless they really want to take advantage of that. So definitely looking forward to these next ones. So let's go and break down the team. We are going against Fish. If I mess up your name, I'm sorry. He is, as of right now, one of the two undefeated teams. So we have our work cut out for us. If you guys didn't check out last week, I'm gonna spoil it in 3, 2, 1. We lost real bad last week due to a miss from Pyroball, which honestly I think could have either killed or I think it would have killed. I'm trying to remember if I already put damage on it or not. No, that was from Manaphy that we were doing the damage from. So with the amount of damage we could have gone, because we could have gone to Elsa, we could have clicked a Moonblast, knocked that thing out, and then we could have had some hail options for some of Ramon's, and then I could have sacked off something else for sake of the team and everything like that. So I'm extremely upset how we lost that game. Also, that he landed a Hurricane turn one and got a max roll, took out my Shaman, which he didn't tell me was a boosted item. So I would imagine he was heavy duty boots with just some speed invested and probably like max special attack. So I'm really upset with that. So we are gonna have to hopefully bounce back. We really do need to start winning because now we're 3-2. It's not end of the world for us right now. We're still within the top 7, which is playoff ranking right now. But it just means now out of the 5 weeks, we're gonna have to win 3 of the 5 games to really kind of keep us safe in the playoff hunt. But if we lose, if we lose 3 more games, I would say we have a shot of pretty much being guaranteed knocked out of playoffs. So very big pressure on us going for this week. But enough talking about that. Enough dragging out this video. Let's go into this matchup. So Fishi's team. He's got Terrakia, Torkoal, Venusaur, Mandibuzz, Mamoswine, Mew. Why is there 3 M's in a row? I just realized that. Druddigon, Spectra, Rotom, Spook, Mega Audino, Dottler, the homie, the MVP, and Empoleon. So looking at his team, I really don't think Empoleon comes. Empoleon doesn't really match up really well at all with my team, if I'm being completely honest. Dottler, I don't think he's bringing webs. I feel like just bringing webs with his Dottler, I think is a little too passive. And plus, I mean, you look at the team I have, Dottler loses just so much that Dottler's not going to get, in my opinion, I think the free opportunity to get into it. Plus, again, I could have a lot of setup threats and everything like that, so I just don't know if Dottler can really be brought this game. If he does bring it, then we're going to have to battle with webs on our side of the field. That's just going to be the gist of the game right there. But, Mega Audino, I don't think Mega Audino comes. Mega Audino is really not that good versus my team, if I'm going to be completely honest. Like, it loses just so much. It loses to my Steel type, my Poison type, any good coverage, and just a lot of offensive mons I have on my team. I don't. Rotom kind of has a good matchup here, but Rotom's kind of passive, in my opinion, for this week. I don't know if he really wants to bring it or not, but if he does bring it, it could be something we might have to look at too, in that type of regard. Spectre, I definitely think could still be something he wants to bring versus us. But if you really look at our team, we have a really good normal type in Diggersby, which can take advantage of being burned if really need be. Medicham, which can have priority options. We have Hydreigon and Mach that pretty much wall it. We have Urshifu, which can go through the crits of being burned or anything like that. Cinderace that can basically run a Choice Scarf for Choice Band with Sucker Punch. Alolan Ninetales, once we have Veil, everything else. Priority with our things like Metagross and offensive speed with Shaman, and I mean offensive speed with Shaman. Offensive speed with Artisan. Like, there's so much we do so well with, but I can still see him thinking he can bring it as a way to kind of stop a couple of things on our side of the team. Draudigon could be something that he really thinks he needs for offensive cases like the option of being a rough skin Rocky Helmet Mon, the option of, yeah, just pretty much being a rough skin Rocky Helmet Mon to annoy a couple of our Mons. Also be a rock setter if he doesn't want anything else on his team to be. Excuse me, oh my god. My chest is just puffing up for some reason. Excuse me. And then that type of regards. But looking at his main 6, I think Terrakion's coming. Terrakion's most likely going to be Choice Scarf this matchup. Scarf Terrakion is a massive problem. I can see Terrakion also maybe being but Berry or Choice Scar or maybe Chopple Berry potentially. But again, I don't know that's going to really match up well for him unless he's bringing Dual Dance or just Rock Polish, Life Orb or something like that. Torkoal's really annoying versus our team. He does stop the Hail Core we have, so I definitely expect him to bring that. Venusaur actually does match up well, but Venusaur is forced to run 3 moves. And then his 4th move either has to be Growth or Sleep Powder. In my opinion, I think the Growth set makes more sense. He can get at least one option, but again, we get rid of his Sun, then Venusaur is not that problematic. But we do have options around Venusaur. And I'm making sure we had those options unless webs are up, which could be a problem. Mandibuzz, I think, comes. Mandibuzz really helps wall the dark types I have on my team. It also helps kind of pseudo check Urshifu in a way. Not like the best, but it can. And it's also a relatively decent wall towards Medicham in that type of regard. It's also a decent thing to kind of check in on things like Metagross relatively. The Ice Core, it really doesn't do that well with, but Orbico kind of helps with that a little bit. So And Diggersby's also kind of checked a little bit by us, so I definitely could see that. I think Mamoswine's coming. Now, Mamoswine could either be his Scarfer, because I don't know if he's going to bring dual Scarfers when he has a Sun Core. I really don't know if he does that, but I've done that before. But last times it was just my Hail Core that was the Choice Scarfers. Mammoth Swine can either be Berry Berry, Choppleberry, or Scarf this week, and I definitely think there's a lot of merits for leaning towards Scarf, because being Scarf means it's faster than Scarf Diggersby. Scarf being it's faster than Cinderace, it's faster than Medicham, it's faster than Hydreigon. I just feel like Choice Scarf Mammoth Swine is the way to go. Again, he's either going to bring dual Scarfers, or he could bring out Choppleberry slash Berry Berry on Terrakion, and then be Choice Scarf with Mammoth Swine, which I really think is more of a strong ring. And I do think Mew kind of plays support. I definitely expect Mew to maybe have something like Roost. I could see Mew being brought for Toxic Spikes, so that could definitely be something he thinks about there. It could also be his Defogger if he doesn't want Mandibuzz to be the Defogger, so that way he can kind of take hits from things like my Lola Ninetales and then defog away. It could also be his Rock Setter if he doesn't really want that. So I just expect Mew to kind of be utility and defensive. I don't expect Mew to be a threat versus my team, because Mew doesn't really match up well against my team, and I do expect Mew to either be leftovers or Cola Berry in this matchup. So with that being said, let's go ahead and break down the team. And the new teammates are making their debut. Well, at least one of them is, and he's making a big bandit expression right here. We are bringing Metagross Choice Bandit, baby. We're running Psycho Cut, Meteor Mash, Bullet Punch, and Earthquake. Now, I would rather have Zen Headbutt, but here's the reason I have Psycho Cut. Psycho Cut checks Jordagon 1v1, which is relatively good. Psycho Cut also hits the Rotom instead of going for Meteor Mash and being resisted, where he could potentially live 2, which Rotom it's built really good. But also, what's really fantastically good about Psycho Cut here is that, again, I'm not making contact. And not making contact is really good for those non-contacted moves, for the fact that Rocky Helmet cannot hurt me, which is relatively good. Now, obviously, moves like Meteor Mash and Bullet Punch, that I will get hit by. Earthquake, I will not get hit by. But the reason why I'm running Adamant this week with the Choice Band is that priority option. With having that priority option against my opponent's team, really puts my team in such a great spot, and kind of just really helps out the team in general with potential late game cleanup. And again, even if I get burned, I can be, and then that's why I ran the bulk right here, as you're seeing right here as well. I run enough bulk to where he's no longer. I really don't expect him to bring Specs versus me. I could see him running Scarf versus me because he knows I could bring a Scarf or two that's faster. If he's Scarf Modest, I should live guaranteed 1, and Bullet Punch guaranteed 2 AKO because of how paper frail the defenses are. And again, I live 1 Shadow Ball unless he crits me, knock on wood, but I can guarantee 2 AKO Bullet Punch it, and that's a good. And this is another gun bond that can basically revenge things like the Mammoth Swine is also a really good revenger against the Terrakion. The only mon we kind of struggle a little bit would be just maybe the Venusaur in Sun, and definitely the Venusaur outside of Sun, and just Torkoal. But we're faster than Torkoal regardless, so that's not really a problem that I'm going to have here. So definitely some big factors in right there. But Metagross simply is going to be our breaker this game. I don't expect Metagross to be a late game con, but I do need to keep Metagross around. So I do need to be playing. This is the only mon I think on my team that I really absolutely have to play careful with, and maybe my next mon as well. But this is the number one mon I have to play careful with because it's got that priority that I need for this week. Other than that, like I said, 116 HP into Spadef, just to be running kind of more of a pseudo specially defensive. It's already naturally physically defensive, so I wanted to lean a little specially defensive so I can be able to take at least 1 hit. I can take an Earth Power and Sun and be able to go for the Earthquake unless he's Life Orb, obviously, which could be a bit of a problem. But Titanium's here to make his debut and really putting the team on his back. And I did not change this name. I am so stupid. I'm so smart, right? But we're bringing Cinderace Choice Scarf this week, and again, I gotta hope he's not gonna bring those webs. This is a reason I'm a little skeptical of what I have there and what I've got. So I'm bringing U-Turn, Powerball, High Jump Kick, and Blaze Kick. I was thinking of running Sucker Punch, but with me being Choice Scarf, I kind of don't care about Sucker Punch really because I feel like Sucker Punch is not really necessary. But we're running Jolly Nature, 88 Spadef, 88 HP, max attack, and 168 speed. With this speed, there is nothing he can use to outspeed me unless he is Scarf Spectrier. Otherwise, I am faster than everything on his team. I am faster than Venusaur in Sun. I am faster than Scarf Terrakia. I am faster than Scarf Mamoswine. I am faster than every single thing in his team unless he has Scarf on that Spectre. Other than that, there is nothing on his team. Now, if he's timid Venusaur instead of modest Venusaur, that's where the problem lies. If he's modest Venusaur, I outspeed. If he's timid Venusaur, I don't outspeed. Now, I feel like even if I was to run timid, I may not still actually let's look at a calc here. Let's look at a calc here. Let's look at Cinderace. And we're at 168 speed invested. 168. And we are running the Choice Scarf. Wait, that's no, that's right. Never mind. I was thinking of a different calc. So we look at Venusaur here, right? Venusaur Chlorophyll Sweeper. So as you can see, in Sun we outspeed, guarantee, and we knock that thing out. So if we look at timid here, it's 568. And so if we go max speed, we wouldn't be able to outspeed regardless. So it's best just go in for the jolly. Because if we force timid, the good news is this. If he's forced into timid in this match, in this type of situation, for example, he has to go for Earth Power. That's his only move to hit me. And with my 88 investment, even if he's timid nature, I guarantee to live the hit as long as I'm at full. So that's basically what's really good here. So Cinderace is again a potential win con, but he's also here to kind of help break. Fire spam is super good, especially when he's bringing Sun. Now, if he does not bring Venusaur and he does not bring Sun on Torkoal, it's not end of the world because again, this is going to be used to design to be faster than everything on his team, which is really good. And that's the main drive I wanted with Cinderace this matchup. And wow, I'm just really bad at not making sure I have my names on here. But up next, we're being wasted our Alolan Muck this week. It's been a long time since we've been bringing Muck, I think. But Muck here is going to be relatively good this matchup. I think Poison Dark is relatively good versus as a team. It's going to be one of those mons that we're not going to be able to just use the recycle spam method because, again, I can kind of see the Mana Buzz being knockoff. I can kind of see the Mew being knockoff. But Mew doesn't want to stay in against Mach, and then the only thing being that Mandibuzz can do that. Like Mandibuzz being Roost, Toxic, Knockoff, and then either Defog or a Flying type move, which I could see him being, is definitely what I can see. But this set is very much designed to where we can start cursing up. We can basically start taking hits. Basically, I ran it a little more specially defensive, so that way I can take a hit from the Venusaur, so that way it can be able to live one or two hits from Venusaur and basically hopefully break it down with its life orb and just kind of whittle it down slowly but surely in case my hail goes away or lowers it down to enough to where Bullet Punch from Metagross comes in and just claims up the game for us there. We're running knockoff Brick Break Curse and Poison Jab. Dual Stab hits his team incredibly hard. Brick Break is primarily there just a way to kind of hit the Terrakion, the Mamoswine, the Empoleon. Other than that, my dual stab kind of just hits everything else for neutral and super effective damage, which I think is pretty good for this type of a matchup. And we are running the Poison Touch ability just to be able to weaken down a lot of his things, hopefully with poisons. So really hoping that we can get that option going for us. But we'll run 196 HP, 44 attack, 156 defense, 112 SPDF with the careful nature, like I said. Curse is going to help our attack and defense, so I felt like pushing a little bit towards that SPDF nature was more better than this type of instance in the matchup there. This time around, we're bringing Light Clay. We haven't brought Light Clay at all. Everyone's been seeing I've been kind of running Choice Scarf or Icy Rock on my. You know what's funny? If I actually thought about the whole Choice Scarf idea with my one thing, I would have won that week one game. Hands down then, which is kind of funny. But hey, you live and learn, right? But Elsa here is pretty much going to be max speed, max special attack. Again, it's one of those mons I don't want to run max speed, but I want clarification if that Terrakion is scarfed. And I guess I don't technically need to be max speed. I just need to be 4-7 speed. So, yeah. But basically, we're running max with the rest going in HP. Aura Rail, Blizzard, Moonblast, Dark Pulse. I didn't need Freeze Dry this week just because Freeze Dry is really not necessary. Because Empoleon it resists Freeze Dry, so it's only going to do roughly around 30, maybe 40% at max for Empoleon, so it's not super effective, so I didn't think it was worth it. I do have the Dark Pulse there to kind of handle the Mew a little bit. Moonblast is there. Our Dual Stab just really hits really hard this game. He could potentially be Snow Cloak Mamoswine, which would be legal against me, by the way, guys. Because if anyone doesn't know, evasion boosted abilities are usually banned. However, if they're brought, if I have a Hail team per se, and another mon that we face a Snow Cloak, they can use Snow Cloak against me for that reason because of that. So definitely something to just kind of really make sure we keep note of right there. So definitely something. But the main job for Ninetales is to hopefully get that Aurora Veil off. If we can get Aurora Veil off, that would be huge for our team. Because the main reason that's huge for our team is for that aspect of being able to kind of just be able to click a button against him and be safe to know that we are fine and dandy. But up next, we're in Snotzy here with our choice scarf. I've kind of grown not to really like Artazol. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I kind of do regret going the Hail route, and well, if it probably cost me in the season, then guess what? That's my own fault. I probably shouldn't have gone the Hail route. I probably should have just picked a really good Electric and a Fairy type, maybe. But it is what it is. I was also thinking of maybe dropping this thing for another Poison type, but then I just want to keep going for my ground weakness. I want to go for my Psychic weakness and everything like that. Just really didn't feel comfortable doing that. So I'm going to keep the Hail Core for right now. I mean, it's not been terrible. They've been picking up some kills here and there, but last week, our result I think was really robbed of the potential to just straight up win the game for us last week. So hopefully, Archazol can come back and help us out this week. We're running low kick, Icicle Crash, Bold Beak, Facade, Max Attack, Adamant 96 in defense, HP, 12 in defense, 36 for death. The 112 speed. With the 112 speed, I am faster than Scarf Terrakion under Hail, which is really really good. And what's really good is I think outside of this thing, I should be faster. I don't know what else I'll be faster than. I might be faster than everything on this team. I don't know. I don't really understand the method right there, but I'll obviously look. The main focus I wanted was this in Hail Knight. I'm only gonna get roughly 3 to 4 turns of hail damage, so I have to be very careful. Low kick with an adamant nature does have the potential chance to knock out the Mamoswine at full. It's kind of a hit or miss kind of thing, but he does have to be very careful. I do have Icicle Crash, which is everything else I really, really want. Bolt Beak spam is pretty good, and once the Mega and those Mamoswine goes down, if he doesn't bring Mamoswine, I'm literally just clicking Bolt Beak. There's nothing I'm really clicking that's not going to be resisted hit. Unless, well, obviously, like, Venusaur's there. But again, I don't see that. I'm clicking Bolt Beak. There is nothing that stops me from clicking Bolt Beak against his team, which is going to be really, really good. Because the good thing is, with the Choice Scarf, I'm still faster than Torkoal outside of Sun, which is so good because, again, I get 3 Bolt Beaks off, which is relatively good. And we do have Facade, just in case we do get burned. Facade could be really good in the backup clutch right there. And last but not least, we're bringing Trigons. We're bringing Dual Dark. Now, Dual Dark is very, very, very risky, but Dual Dark does completely 2 different things for me here. Yes, there's still one still can get hit by neutral and fighting types, and another one gets pretty much volleyed by that. But we're running the Chopper Berry with the Aurora Veil, so we can do his less damage. Because if he's Choice Banded for some reason, which by God that would be scary, we can be able to take a hit better with the Aurora Veil. We have Nasty Plot, Dark Pulse, Dragon Pulse, and Flash Cannon. Now, I am running kind of a more somewhat set we ran last time with the Nasty Plot reset, I think, from week 3, I'm pretty sure, against Mystic, I think. I felt like this set was really good. We have enough speed to be outspeed Mamoswine, which is really important. We have 140 in HP, max attack, adamant. So again, if we can, I'm gonna be a little hesitant and wait to click my stab moves here, but definitely gonna be spam. If I don't see the what's his name, I'm just gonna be spamming Dragon Pulse here. Try to invite some things in and see how much damage I'm gonna do, and then from there I will go from there. But again, I could switch this around, maybe 140 HP max special attack. Actually, you know what? Let's go ahead and switch that around. I think I just need a good amount of bulk. I don't need a lot of bulk. And I think I do want to be more offensive this game just to kind of be able to pressure his team. So definitely want to see exactly how bulky these things are. Things that anything that are assault vested and stuff like that. Because I have seen assault vested Mamoswine come through before, and it caught me off guard. And I hope not only catch me off guard again if it happens again. But that is going to be the team we have for this week. I'm sorry that this team build was more rushed. Well, not rushed. Way more longer with some kind of hold up random. I want to go over the trades we did and kind of go a little more in depth with the team, especially what we had to do to counter this. If he doesn't bring Sun, I think we have a definitely good, strong chance to win the game. If he doesn't bring either Terrakion or Mamoswine, one of those two, we really have a good shot at winning this game. But yeah, that's going to be it for me, guys. If you like, haven't already, subscribe. If you are new, join the Phil Shocker crew today because you'll be filling with the king of the crew. But with that being, guys, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you guys later. Peace.